It's the 88th edition of the Iron Bowl. It's the oldest series in Crimson Tide history, dating all the way back to 1893. Alabama owns the all-time series lead 49-37 and have been dominant as of late, winning 7 of the last 9, including 3 in a row. The last meeting took place in Bryant-Denny this past season. Alabama led by as many as 28 in the third quarter as the Tide rolled to their third straight victory over the Tigers, 49-27. The last time the two teams met in Jordan-Hare 2 years ago, it was an instant classic. Trailing 10-3 with just over a minute and a half to go, Bryce Young orchestrated a 97-yard drive to tie the game. And then with a score tied at 22 in the fourth overtime, Alabama was just too much. Kool-Aid McKinstry batted down the pass from T.J. Finley, and then going for the win, Bryce Young connected with John Mechie for the two-point conversion and the 24-22 win. Hugh Freeze is in his first year leading the Auburn program. Last season, the Tigers finished 5-7 and didn't make a bowl game. In his first season as the Tigers head coach, Freeze already has Auburn bowl eligible at 6-5. The Tigers won 3 in a row to open the season, including a 14-10 win over Cal, but then hit a 4-game losing streak to open SEC play with losses to Texas A&M, Georgia, LSU, and Ole Miss. Sitting at 3-4, Freeze righted the ship with 3 conference wins capped by a 48-10 rout of Arkansas. But then Auburn was upset at home last week by New Mexico State. With the score tied at 7 in the second, the Aggies outscored the Tigers 24-3 the rest of the way. New Mexico State held Auburn to just 214 yards of total offense to hand Auburn their 5th loss of the season, 31-10.
I don't think that anybody needs to pay attention to, what happened in the past, what happened in the last game, what somebody's record is. Anytime you play in a rivalry game, it's going to be a highly competitive, tough, very physical game, and that's what everybody needs to get ready for.
Auburn is 12th in the SEC in scoring offense at 27 points per game. The Tigers are also 10th in the league in total offense, but their strength has been the run game. Auburn is 3rd in the SEC and 21st nationally, averaging over 194 yards per game. Look for Auburn to try to establish the run with their leading rusher, Jarquez Hunter. Hunter is 6th in the SEC with 772 yards, averaging 77 per game.
They do a great job of running the football. I think that they've got a very difficult offense to prepare for with the multiples that they give you, the different ways that they run the ball, the way the both quarterbacks really can, add to the running game.
Second on the team in rushing is quarterback Peyton Thorne. The transfer from Michigan State has gained 609 yards on the season, while also passing for almost 1,600 yards with 14 touchdowns, but has thrown 7 interceptions. Auburn's leading receiver has been their tight end. Rivaldo Fairweather has 33 receptions on the year for 349 yards and 6 touchdowns. One more catch will make Fairweather the all-time tight end receptions leader for the Tigers, and one more touchdown will tie the Auburn tight end touchdown reception record.
Defensively, they played really well all year long. They got some good players, got some edge rushers, they got some people that can create some problems for you.
Defensively, Auburn is 4th in the SEC in scoring defense, allowing just over 21 points per game. And it's been tough scoring inside the 20 on the Tigers as they lead the SEC in red zone defense, allowing opponents to score just 77% of the time, forcing 5 turnovers in 38 attempts. The Tigers are also tied for the league lead in turnovers forced with 17, led by defensive back Jalen Simpson. He's 2nd in the SEC with 4 interceptions on the year. For the Tide, this game will have a huge impact on their postseason fate, but this game goes much deeper than that, especially to those born in the state of Alabama.
Definitely a little kid's dream being from Alabama, growing up playing football, watching football. I was watching the Iron Bowl, and it's definitely a blessing to be able to play in this game. It just means a lot to suit up for the Crimson Tide to go out there and play in this great rivalry.
My house is really divided. My sister was an Auburn fan, I was an Alabama fan. My mom and dad are really neutral because they don't really know okay, here we go. But I chose Alabama, and that was that.
No matter what state you're from, you do know about the Iron Bowl. Being from Texas, I know about the Iron Bowl for sure. I grew up watching it. But to be able to experience the Iron Bowl, it's going to be a great experience for sure, especially going on the road to Auburn. So it's going to be definitely a big challenge for us.
This is a challenging game for us, and I think our guys need to have the right mindset of what it's going to take to be successful in a game like this, especially playing on the road.
Kickoff is scheduled for 2:30 down on the Plains. It will be the last Iron Bowl on CBS. Reporting from the Crimson Tide production studio inside Bryant-Denny Stadium, I'm Christopher England with Tide TV.